Hey guys, so you are one of the person who actually requested information about my live that I did while I was in South Korea about this lady who sponsored 25 people from a basically a technique online, a social media technique. So you've been wondering, okay, how does she do it? How did she do it? And so because of course a lot of us would love to sponsor 25 people, right? So when we hear that, we think, well, there must be something I don't know. Well, there could be, yeah, some points that you don't know. What I'm going to tell you is that the principle or the foundation of what she did is what we have been doing as a team. All right. And so first of all, her name is Lee So. So Lee So is a young lady in her 20s. She is in Seoul in Korea, South Korea, and she's been using Instagram to build her business. Primarily, that's the main way. She uses also Facebook and other things, but her 25 recruits were from Instagram. Well, while I was over there in South Korea, when I did my live with her, she was asking, like, I'm struggling with signing up people. I'm struggling with getting leads, because we asked in the room, like, what is your biggest challenge in the business? And she raised her hand and she said that. I said, okay, how many people do you sponsor in your business? I don't remember the number. But then I said, okay, how did you do that? Because I didn't see that was a problem. And she, told me about all the different ways. Primary 3 ways, but the one that works the most is Instagram. And I said, why? Why are you looking for ways to increase that? And she says, well, it's 25 people. I'd like to sponsor more. So all of us want to do more. We want to produce more. We want to be more effective, right? So what I did is we had the dinner that night and went out with her and a couple members of the team, and I asked her, so what's your strategy? What do you do on Instagram exactly? And so she says, well, I have 2 Instagram accounts. One is more of a personal account, and the other one is the business one. And on the personal account, she says, oftentimes I'm going to post about the products, like how I'm using the product. So I'm going to post a picture of, it could be a recipe, it could be the water bottle that we use in our business. That one. Yeah, you can see it there. Yeah, with the light, it's hard. But so she's gonna post some things like that, but mostly personal stuff. And her business one, it's to attract other people who are interested in this type of business. So she's been targeting mostly network marketers. So that's why we talk about, okay, you need to find other ways as well to reach out to the general population, not just network marketers, because oftentimes network marketers. One is they already have a company they're happy with. Hey, why try to seduce them over to our company? Of course, there's lots of network marketers who are not happy, who just left their company, who are in the market looking for something better because their company went down, all kinds of reasons. So great, that group, it's good group of people, but the rest, don't try to seduce them over. If they have a company, I'm happy for them. I support that. I embrace. Network marketers are not competitors. They're, colleagues. So basically, so that's what she's been doing, is she's been basically posting about her business, and then she's been traveling, and she posts lifestyles type of posts at a cafe with some prospects, and so what's going to happen is through those different pictures, and she's adding lots of followers. So what she'll do is she'll go to someone who's on Instagram, and she'll post on their on their stuff. So she'll like their post, or she'll comment. So what's going to happen is, most people who are on the Instagram, they're craving for likes and posts and comments. Right? They crave for those. So if someone likes their stuff, or they comment, that will raise their attention. That will bring their attention up towards your account, and they're going to think, who's that person? And they're going to follow you back. Okay? So that's the technique she's been using, is following other people, that's her target market, and then posting stuff about her business. Now, most network marketers, unfortunately, don't do anything. Right? They just don't do anything. So what they're going to post on Instagram is just their life because they're not doing the business at all. And so that's the edge she's using, is that because they're not doing anything but she does, it puts her in a, I would say, authority. It gives her authority, basically. And so because she has authority, then people like her stuff. And now because they like, as soon as there's a little bit of interaction, someone like or comment, she's going to reach back to them. She's going to send them a private message directly to that person and just engage with them and say, hey, we should meet and talk about business. I don't know what you're up to, but let's talk. So then she books appointment like that. And then she's going to meet with them person to person. That's what she's doing. All right, so she's targeting people in her local community. So in Seoul, or wherever you live, make sure you connect with people in your area. That's what she's doing, so that she can eventually meet with them. All right, and so she sits down with them and she just tells them, right up front, that's the first thing you need to do is if you're sitting with a network marketer, just a technique, because network marketers, when they sit with someone, their goal is to pitch you their deal, right? But you don't know if they're happy with their company. So hopefully that's what I try to do is when I reach out to someone, I say, so there's 3 types of people I'm meeting, regularly. It's who are network marketers. Is one, they're happy with their company. If that's the case, I'm so happy. Keep going. Let's be friends. Let's help each other. I'm going to give you tips. Give me your tips, and let's cheer on each other. Okay, so let's not try to compete or try to recruit each other. Second group is people who are not happy because they don't like the product. They don't like the relationship with their team. They don't like the company, but they just join because they saw an opportunity. But then the more they figure out about the company, they're just not happy, or the company is going down, or they don't treat them well. They terminated reps for all kinds of crazy reasons that are not, legitimate. That happens a lot in the business. Just like they're bad restaurants, they're bad hotels, they're bad, dealers. Same thing with network marketing. They're bad companies. Now, there are some good companies. Fantastic. Don't try to recruit people in good companies. Let them keep going. Just be friends. So the second group, they're out there looking for something else because they're not happy where they are. Okay? And the third group is people who have been maybe with the company before or are not with the company right now, but they're looking for something to join. They want to start with a company. So those 2 last group of people, and I tell people that if I'm on the phone or a text message, and I tell them those things, I say, so where are you? Are you in group 1, 2, or 3? And they tell me. They say I'm in group 2, or I don't know. And so then what I do is if they're in the group 2 and 3, I sit down with them and say, hey, let's explore options. Let's see what's out there. And maybe my company is a fit, maybe it's not. All right, let me share with you. And if it's a fit, fantastic. If it's not, we'll just be friends. That's respectful. So the first thing I do, if they're already with a company, but they're in transition, they're curious, sometimes they're not going to tell me I'm not happy with my company. Sometimes they'll say, well, I'm in group 1, but I'm always open. All right, I'm always open to look at what's out there. That sometimes is a clue for me. It's a clue that they're not really happy. Okay, they just pretend and they think, well, maybe I'll just, sit down with him. But if his company is, not something I'm interested in, then, I'll pass on. All right, so they basically keep the door open, all right, to leave. So that's why when they say, well, I'm in group 1, but hey, I'm always looking, open to look at what's out there, I know that's a clue they're not totally happy. They're actually looking for something, okay? So my goal is when I sit down with them, and I was talking to that friend, Lee Seol, in Korea, and we have the same language, the same things. She slightly a little bit different on stuff, but the foundation is the same. This is what we've been doing. So what I do is I sit down with them, and I'm going to present my company first. Because if I let them begin, here's what's going to happen. That person is going to start to tell me why their company is so amazing, so great. Okay, but when it's my turn to tell about my company, if they're interested in my company, they're going to look stupid to tell me that they're interested when they just told me their company is the best thing on the planet. Their comp plan is the best, the management team is the best, blah, 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 blah. So they're going to look stupid, so they're not going to tell me I'm interested in your company. But if I begin first, here's what's going to happen. If I begin first and I tell all the great things and what I do is I'm just going to go real quick, okay? Because they already know network marketing, so I don't need to sell them on network marketing. But what I'll do real quick is I'll go through, okay, the company is this large, this amount of sales, growing in all these markets, have infrastructure in place. First couple of years were, tough because they invested in infrastructure, where most other companies, what they do is they invest in marketing and blah, blah, and make it big, and they give cars and buy leaders, and so they build the fluff, right? So our company didn't do that. They just build infrastructure, product lines, so now they have solid stuff in place, and then the next thing they did, which was just like 2 years ago, is invest in marketing. Now we're solid. We have a solid foundation, products that are life-changing, transformational, and then they invested in marketing, and now we have high-class, first-class marketing material, videos and tools, and look at our starter kit. Look at that. I mean, it's just top of the line. It's like Apple type of a product. It's really crazy. So I go through all of that, and then I tell them about the certifications, and this company and that company certified them, and it's third-party validation, and the company uses only clean ingredients, no toxins, blah, 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 blah. So I go through this super quick, okay, in 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes. Because now they look at my company, it's like, wow, this is a giant. This is huge. They've done huge things. Okay, so I don't have to sell them all of these details, but I sell them on the big picture I dress a big portrait of what the company is about. So that's what you do, and then when it's their time, okay, so I don't tell them, now tell me about your company. I say, so what did you like about what I shared with you so far? Anything that's pretty impressive? Anything you liked? And they tell me. And usually that's where they open up and say, wow, I just didn't know about this company, never heard of them. I didn't know they were that big. Wow, they've got amazing products. I could see I could use this product or that product. And so that's it. If they don't want to tell me about their company, don't even ask them. All right, because at that point, it might just say, okay, I'm interested. I've been looking for something and I think that's the one. Okay, so that might be the case. But if you open the door, hey, okay, now your turn. Tell me about your company. You just, lost all chances for them to say, I'm interested in yours, okay? So don't do that. But they may start to go in the path of trying to tell about their company and why their company is so great. And if they do that, they were just curious. Or actually what they were trying to do is to say, I'm going to sit down with him, pretend I'm curious, pretend I'm interested in his company, and then when it's my turn, I'll pitch my deal and hopefully he joins me. That's another possibility. So just be prepared for that, all right? Because you might look at all kinds of other opportunities and you may get sucked into one of those, all right? You may get seduced, and that's going to get you in another path. So make sure you're solid, your confidence is solid in your company, because you're going to be seduced over to something else, all right? But that is the process. So when I was talking with her, that's what she's doing. Okay, that's the kind of process that she's been doing, and it's been working really well. Now, understand this. She has, I think, if I remember, she has right now about 3,000 followers. So 3,000 followers led to 25 people in her business. So that is about a 1% sign up, approximately. Not even that, but pretty close to that. So 1%. If you look in general advertising, okay, so if you look at all kinds of general advertising, you'll see that out in the cold market, in the general population, and if it's a good market, people who are open, looking, you're going to get about 1%. So she's got the same numbers, but she's out there every day connecting with people, sending messages, liking their stuff, adding more friends, adding more followers. So she's doing that, and that led her to the results she's getting right now. So that's her strategy. It works really well. She sells products. While I was there, she was actually placing an order that afternoon for someone who purchased a air purifier at over $1,500. And so she says, well, in South Korea the air is polluted, and so people are looking for better filtration systems. And so she gets customers and she gets reps. And Instagram is her primary method for doing that. So hope this has been helpful. And yeah, and if you want to do that, go ahead, start to implement those strategies. It's very, very. I mean, whatever strategy you do, you need to go through the numbers to figure out what works, what doesn't. Okay, so I just gave you a little bit of a shortcut, and hope that that's been helpful. Leave a comment below if any of those points made sense to you. I'd love to hear which one you hold on to and got some ideas for you to implement. All right, thank you.